Welcome to the event. We're really happy that you're here. We're about to go live in just a few moments, but before we lift off, there's a few important things we want to make sure that you're aware of so you get the best possible experience out of this. First of all, the sound current is supremely important to us, the musical experience. So if possible, we really encourage you to use good speakers or headphones to experience the class with. Second, if you have any pre-existing injuries, please take care of yourself, modify as you need to. Don't risk exacerbating an injury because of a yoga exercise. If you have any pre-existing medical conditions and you're not quite sure if this would be good for you, please consult with your primary healthcare practitioner and make sure it's the right thing for you. Also, make yourself relatively comfortable. You can use a cushion, and in fact, we encourage you in our seated positions, meditation practices, to use a cushion. It helps lift the heart up, keep the spine straight, and it's more ideal for the flow of energy in the body and for the meditation experience. You can even be sitting in a chair with feet flat on the floor for those of you that are unable to sit in a meditative sitting posture on the floor. Just use a chair, and for many of the exercises, that will work perfectly fine. And then lastly, if you're having any problems with the video streaming, try refreshing the page, or if you see a gear icon on the video, adjust your resolution. If you're new to this type of thing, just take care of yourself. If there's something that you don't quite understand, I wouldn't worry about it too much. Everything that needs to click will click after a few times of trying it out. Enjoy the experience. We're about to get started in just a moment. Welcome to the event. We're really welcome everyone, and thank you so much for being here. Happy Eclipse Day, new moon time. And these are always important times. They're super useful times to pay attention to. I think it's a great idea to do something like this right now. And that's one of the great things of yoga practice, meditation practice. It turns what are otherwise kind of disadvantages or unfortunate circumstances or difficult circumstances into fortunate circumstances. That's one of the reasons why they say in eclipse times it's not a good time to make a proposal to your beloved or start that new business venture or even have really
potentially difficult conversations with somebody, something that you've been putting off for a while, and maybe the eclipse time is not the day to finally do it. But sometimes my experience, though, also with this eclipses is you can't help it. And sometimes that things are just going to happen and the karmas are going to come forth. And so always you just do the best to kind of, be with it, not push things away that are coming, not being fearful. They're certainly not something that we should be fearful of. These are natural phenomenons. They happen every year. But that doesn't also mean that they're just like, they're happening. It's incredible what is happening. It's incredible when that shadow comes across the sun. And so here we are on a day, at a time when that's taking place, and the veils do thin. And if you've ever had the experience of meditating during an eclipse, it's a really incredible experience. And no matter if you're in the path of totality, if you're in the path of totality, it's definitely more visceral for those who have experienced that. But really, I experience it anywhere you are, even if it's not visible where you are. These things definitely have a total effect on the magnetic field of the earth, on our own energy, on our own psyches, and when you pay attention to the subtle kind of rhythms of life, and this eclipse is happening in the lunar mansion of the sky called Revati, and its symbol is a drum. And that's what we're going to do today, is put ourselves in rhythm. Because if you can stay in rhythm in your life and you can stay inspired, it's happening in this part of Pisces, sidereal Pisces. And the thing about Pisces is it's all about inspiration. It runs on inspiration. In Pisces is the kind of constellation of dreamy, watery, intuitive, feminine inspiration. Inspiration, move me brightly, is like a mantra of the Pisces constellation. Spiral light of Venus, where she's exalted there. And so anyhow, this is a beautiful time to meditate. So advantageous time to be mystical and subtle and tune into those parts of life, and to take a moment during this. We're about to start these exercises, and you can do this sequence of exercises and meditation as much as you want. In fact, in Life Force Academy, we're going to be doing this sequence all month long and working with this specific practice. This new moon eclipse time starts it, and then until the next new moon, where we start a new practice with a new theme, and that's how we work in Life Force Academy. So anyhow, but for today is to just do the practice. Even if you're brand new, you need to modify anything. If something doesn't totally make sense, don't worry about it. Today's just about going into the experience, going into your breath, working with your life force, bringing ourselves into it's like we feel good, we feel like, but let's try. It's not going to be a thinking thing. It's not a head trip. We're going to get in our bodies, use our breath, use our body, feel good. And if we're having a hard time, which of course many of us are, and if we're not currently having a hard time, there's always some hard times ahead. These eclipses are difficult. This eclipse where you have Saturn and Mars almost very tightly together during the eclipse. Mercury is retrograding through what they call in Vedic astrology Gandanta. It's a kind of intense part of the sky where water and fire signs come together. In this case, going from Aries into Pisces. So anyhow, point being that this is edgy, and some people feel that, a lot of people feel that, others not as much. And if you know your own horoscope, your natal chart, then you can see, well, if you have any type of focal planets in this part of the sky, you'll definitely be feeling it even more than others. And then it would affect whatever domain of your life that planet represents. If it's Venus, it's love. If it's Saturn, it's your sense of discipline and work ethic and the responsibilities and the difficult things that you have to do in your life. If it's Mars, it's your sense of get up and go, your ability to make things happen, to move, to get going. And so forth and so on. So we can learn about all those stuff individually for our unique predicament. And we have, I'm very happy now, we have a Vedic chart calculator that anyone can use. And you can get that on our website, and you just type, don't do it right now, stay with us. And then you just type your stuff in, and it'll tell you very simply, because sometimes people have a hard time understanding how to look at a Vedic astrology chart, but it'll be very simple, and it tells you, ascendant is this, and your moon is this, and it's in this house, your sun is this, and it's in this house, and there's a video there that helps you understand it. You can explore all that, and it's helpful to do that during the eclipse time, because you can see, all right, what axis of my life, what points of my life are most being kind of energized by this particular eclipse season, because it's not about just today. It's like now for the next 6 months, those particular parts of our lives are definitely energized. Okay, so this is good, but when you do a practice like this on the eclipse, you can use your magic, you can use your sense of intention, your sense of motivation, and you can use it creatively and positively, and that's why we've gathered here today. That's what we're doing. Yeah? So let us begin. And so first, to begin, just close your eyes down and sit up tall. And most of you want to be sitting on the ground in a cross-legged position, but if that's not possible for you, you can absolutely be sitting on a chair of some sort, feet flat on the floor. All of us would like to have our heart lifted, our shoulder blades dropped. And just soften the chest for a moment as you close your eyes down. And take a deep inhalation through your nose. And then exhale. Inhale deep. Exhale. Again, please inhale deeply. Exhale. And with your mind and your heart, just tuning into what is the trajectory of your life right now, the wishes of your heart. And then vibrate that out like a wish or a prayer, whatever comes to your heart. It can be just a simple single word like love or prosperity, relief, happiness, perfection. Okay, my friends, please come onto the hands and knees. We're going to do some exercises to get started. These types of energization exercises, warming up and making the spine nice and supple to get the chi flowing. Yeah? So this is cat-cow, and you're going to be inhaling, the head is up, and exhaling, the head is down. But think about it like you're moving from your abdomen. We call the navel point as the part of the abdomen just underneath your belly button. And try to move from that point. And it's inhaling as the navel moves down gently towards the ground. And then exhale as it tucks in towards the spine as the head comes down, the spine arches. And you'll notice how my friends here are practicing. There's no pause between the two positions. Now you may not be going as quickly as they are, but do your best once you start to get the hang of it a little to try to make a nice smooth rhythm for yourself. It's not about creating a maximum extension, it's about making the spine nice and supple so it has a softness to it. And your eyes are closed and the breath is through the nose. And continue for another 60 seconds, endeavoring to keep your mind focused only on your breath. The breath synchronized with the body's rhythm. And exhale, the head is down. Push the breath out through the nose. That's wonderful. Now come standing up. We're not going to do too many standing up things, but just a couple here, okay? Get our blood flowing a little bit and make sure our vitality is strong, yeah? Your index finger is to your thumb, palms facing forward, your eyes are open, and you just pick a single point in front of you. And then it's an inhale up and then exhale down, or you're stretching your armpits open as the knee comes up to hip level, like sat, na, like that. So say inhaling up, exhale down. It's like a sniff in and a sniff out, but it's like a deep sniff. You get these big muscles of the legs, the thighs moving, their heart will have to pump, circulate the blood, flush out the toxins from the bloodstream. Eclipse is excellent time for cleanse. Get rid of things you don't need anymore. Clean the house. Clean your room. Remember when I couldn't stand to clean my room now I love to clean my room. Keep going. Don't lose the rhythm. The whole state of the world depends on it. You're doing beautifully. Keep going. Almost done. Inhale, stretch up. And release, exhale. Shake your legs out. Good job. I know everybody didn't know they would come in here to do that, but here we are. Now stretch your legs out wide. You'll see Nima here will do, and the fingers are going to be firm, and the legs are going to be nice and strong. Inhale position is here. Then you exhale as you're coming down in that direction. Then you use your core strength to lift you up on the inhalation. Last standing exercise. You don't even have to come all the way down like they are. You may not have that flexibility. So in that case, you just come where you can go without collapsing your chest. Show them like a halfway Nima. Yeah, like that. And so, but she's still using her core on the inhalation, helping her lift her torso up using the core muscles. And every inhalation, fill your lungs. Just about a minute to go. Like a pranic windmill, I call this. It's less of a stretch. It's more of a strengthen the core energy. Build the inner vitality. Circulate the chi, the prana, up into the heart center. Every inhalation, fill the lungs. Yeah, just a little bit more. We need full breaths. Make the breath touch the blood. Deep inhalations. Fantastic. Inhale up. Make your fingers firm like steel, tight. Legs strong. Relax. Beautiful job. Shake your legs out a little bit. Come sitting. Easy pose, cross-legged. You can use a blanket or a cushion, but if you have a cushion, you don't want to be high up. You just want a little bit of a lift so you're on your sit bones. And then what we're going to do is very simple and soft, actually, to start. It's just a little lift of my chest, forward. Like a sniff in and a sniff out. Like. Yes, perfect. Keep going. Try to soften the face muscles, but make the breath nice and deeply rhythmic. Yeah, it's not jerky back and forth, it's nice and smooth. If you're on a chair, just hands on your lap. Now keep going. Hands to your knees. Now it's opening more the thoracic spine. But you keep it soft and smooth, but rhythmically deep. Keep going, hands back to the ankles. Hands to the knees. Keep going. Lose yourself in the rhythm. Pay not attention to the wanderings of the mind. Back and back again. The pranic breath. Now, through the nose, deepest inhale. Now suspend the breath. Keep the breath in, yet relax your upper body. Soften open the heart, center of the chest. Let the shoulder blades release. Let the gaze lift. And through the nose, exhale. Hands to your shoulders like so. Fingers in front, thumbs in the back. Inhale, let it swing to the left. Exhale, let it swing to the right. Center, inhale. Suspend the breath. Lift the root lock, rectum, sex organ, navel, up and in. Suspend the mind. Let the mind be relaxed and open. Then through the nose, exhale. Relax the hands down to your knees. Yeah, and here you go like this. It's like a easy just. It's exhale on as the shoulders release down. They kind of bounce up and release down. All this just takes a little practice, but after a few times, try it out. Life Force Academy. A few times doing it, everything, this back starts to soften. Energy flows much more easy. Yeah? The magnetism gets strong when the prana can circulate. With the breath. Squeeze the shoulders up. Exhale, release. Take the arms out to a 60-degree angle with the palms opened up, like this. Yep, palms opened up. And then your heart drops down, shoulder blades release. Yeah, like that. O shape of your mouth, like this. Puckered O-shaped mouth and a nice rhythm. The breath is actually nice and light. It's an equal exhale, inhale through the puckered O-shaped mouth. And it'll get deeper as you go along. Try, please, no bend in your elbow. Extend out through your fingertips, release through your shoulder blades. At a certain point, becomes very difficult to maintain the posture. Heart out, shoulder blades release, extend through the fingertips, 60 degrees. Eyes are closed. It's a science of angles. The angles of your arms, 60 degrees. Now the prana, under that pressure, be encouraged to circulate in an upward fashion into the heart. Soften of the chest, open of the heart. And if you take the two eyes and angle them to bring them into the space of the one eye, where the root of the nose meets your skull bone, try to relax the optic nerve gaze into that area. Almost there. Keep going. Seconds. Try to perfect the posture. through the O-shaped mouth. Hold the posture. Extend out through the fingertips. Make your hands and fingers tight like steel. Release through the shoulder blades. Extend out through your fingertips. Hold the position through the O-shaped mouth. Exhale like through the mouth. Inhale deepest. Fingers tight like steel. Now lift through the root lock, the rectal sphincter, sex organ, navel, up and in. Hold the position, exhale. Last time, stay with it. Fingers firm, shoulder blades release, extend through the fingertips. Root lock, lift, and slowly relax. Just relax your hands into your lap or onto your legs in any type of meditative feel. Let your breath flow naturally. Keep your body still just for a few more moments. Keep the eyes relaxed down. Let the gaze lift up and in. And feel. Inhale deeply. Exhale. Please raise your arms out like this and just shake them a little bit. Just kind of distributing the energy, relaxing the body. Good, relax. Yeah. And stretch your legs out wide in a V shape. One more exercise before our meditation. You're going to inhale and be right on your sit bones and feet are flexed like these folks here. And then inhale, center, turn to either side. You exhale down without collapsing your chest. So don't worry about touching your toes. Lead with your navel and your heart. And every inhale, fill your lungs. Center, and then just hinge forward. Keep the feet flexed, energy in your toes, relax the groin area. Extend through the chest, release through your shoulder blades. Close your eyes down, make the breath long and deep for a few moments. Breathing into any tension. Softening. And relax, shake your legs out. Bravo. Please have some water. Whenever you're working with so much pranayama, breathing exercises, asana, postures, and so forth, I always want to be well hydrated because it is hydration which allows prana's life force circulation. Air element depends on water element. All the elements depend on each other. That's the thing. Earth, water, fire, air, space. So this meditation we're about to do for this beautiful eclipse, Revati Nakshatra, meaning wealthy. And we're going to put ourselves in this great kind of cosmic rhythm, and it uses a mantra, and this mantra is called the Pancha Shabad. Pancha is 5 and Shabad is sound. So 5 sounds, sa, ta, na, ma. And They're seed sounds. Sometimes they translate it as birth, life, death, rebirth, which are happening all the time. Eclipse is very much like a death, rebirth energy, isn't it? But what do we want? The death of the things that actually their time has passed. You know, there's parts of our lives, that season is over and it's a new season of our life. That's true for all of us. All over and over again, we're in a certain way rebirthing, in a certain way kind of, becoming us again in some new, fresh way, and yet it's somehow at the same time kind of remembering how we've always been, isn't it? And so one of the words that is used for repetition of a mantra is Simran, and its literal meaning is remembrance. And that's what mantras are so wonderful and so valuable, because it takes your mind's energy and puts it into like a beam and gives it and puts it into a rhythm and connects beyond the kind of intellectual psyche and brings you into the intuitive psyche where your creativity flows. And all of a sudden you're feeling connection to purpose. Not feeling connection to purpose, use mantra more. That's what I think. Sa, ta, na, ma is the mantra we're going to be using for this meditation. It's the meditation for arouse the great heart of love. And that's everyone's purpose, is to follow the great heart of love. And each of our lives have a unique story and a unique journey. And there's no exception. There's not a person, wherever you are in the world, that isn't true for. You have a unique story, you have a unique purpose, and your life is important. And so really connecting with ourselves more deeply is about experiencing the value of our lives. And every life is precious. That's why the yogis and the Buddhists spend so much emphasis on making sure that we're taking care of life and concerned about all beings, all beings capable of feeling. That's what we say, sentient beings. Any living thing that is capable of feeling. Naturally, we all want love, every sentient being. And so this is a meditation that kind of opens up that great, kind of like the wish-fulfilling jewel, the great heart. And so it uses this beautiful mudra, where you take your Jupiter fingers, which are the index, and you cross them. And the thumbs are going to be pointing away. It looks like this. So the backs of the middle ring and pinky fingers press against each other, and those fingers point up towards the ceiling, or the sky if you're outside. And so your elbows can rest down so you can hold this mudra right at the heart chakra, the heart center. It's lovely. Yeah? So index fingers crossed, and then the back of the middle finger, ring finger, and pinky fingers press against each other to kind of create a pillar that upward. The index fingers and the thumbs are pointing away from you. The mudra of the heart. And in a moment, we're going to start what's called a segmented breath, where you're going to inhale in 4 strokes through the nose. It would be like. Then we're going to suspend it in 2, 3, 4, then exhale. Then keep it out. 2, 3, 4, then we'll start again. So that's how we're going to be breathing for several minutes. And that's the magic of it, because it's going to go on probably a little longer than maybe you expect, but not that long. So my encouragement is try to enjoy it, because often the mind will try to fight when you try to get it to put its energy in a singular stream. It's what they call in yoga, it's called dharana. Put your life force in a singular stream of energy. Beam the mind, it makes your magnetism big. Because now all that chi's not being eaten up by all the dramas of life. You're saying for this moment of a sadhana, a practice, that this is the only thing that I'm doing. I'm being totally dwelling on my own life force. And that'll connect me to the life force of all. And so the mind may keep distracting you, you keep going back to the mantra. And you're not chanting it out loud, you're chanting it in your mind with the breath. Okay? So it'll be like this. Come in the posture. Sit tall with your heart lifted, shoulder blades release. Suspend. 2, 3, 4. Then exhale. And suspend it out. Na, ma, then. Suspend. Ta, na, ma, then. Suspend out. Ta, na, ma, then. Suspend. Ta, na, ma. X. 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 Suspend out. Ta, na. And continue. Eyes are closed. Be one with the mantra and its rhythm. Every stroke of the exhale, navel comes in. Sa, ta, na, ma. Sa, ta, na, ma. The Panch Shabad, the 5 sounds, harmonize the 5 great elements. Sa, ta, earth, water, fire, air, and akash, ether. Try to keep the body perfectly still. is your heart center, like a brilliant luminosity. With every wave of the breath, with every wave in the beam of the mantra, like a wave of luminosity, of healing, of life. Through your nose. Hold the posture perfectly steady and exhale through your nose. Hold the position. Deep inhale through the nose. Suspend the breath in. Be perfectly still, spacious of the mind. Hold the position, exhale. Deep inhale. Suspend the breath. Hold the position, exhale. Inhale, please. Suspension. Spacious. And exhale. And relax the position. Keep the eyes closed down. for a few moments more. Let the breath flow nice and easy, meditative, blissful. Inhale. Exhale. And stretch your arms up like so. Inhale deep. Release the shoulders. Make your fingers tight. Stretch up to touch the ceiling. Stretch up and relax. Shake your arms a little bit. And very good. Bravo. Satnam. And that's really the beauty of this stuff is it's just really about connecting you to you and helping the nervous system, helping the endocrine system operate in such a relaxed fashion. We sometimes hear relaxed and we feel, and I sometimes passive, but no, it's kind of like relaxed awareness. It's relaxed activity. And that's when we really get in the kind of great river stream, the current of our life, because each of our lives is incredibly meaningful. And so what this type of yoga practice, meditation practice, to bring the mind into its kind of meditative strength, its intuitive strength, which is its creativity, helps us to stay connected to the innate meaningfulness of our life. We don't have to go find meaningfulness. Everything is already very meaningful. Your children are incredibly meaningful. But life becomes so stressful. Nervous system becomes so stressed. Endocrine system. Endocrines are much more sensitive and subtle. That's why sometimes when our endocrines go off, it's hard to kind of figure out. It's like, I'm hot, am I cold, am I happy, am I sad? And so this type of exercise meditation system that has a sophisticated type of understanding of not only the physical body, but the subtle energies, the subtle body. Because think about it, your endocrines are not wired like your nerves. Your nerves are all connected. It's like electrical system. But how does the hypothalamus, pituitary, pineal gland, thyroid, parathyroid, the sexual glands, the thymus gland, how do they communicate? There's no wiring. It's through some what they call like enzymatic secretions, like chemical reactions. So it's even a more subtle system is the endocrines, but yet still physical in a certain way. But getting much more subtle, then you get into what we know as the life force, the prana or the chi, and all of its channels. And so the prana is the great bridge between the body and the mind. So if you can keep the prana well centered in the organism, the mind stays more relaxed. Doesn't change the outside world necessarily in terms of all the same things that were causing me stress may still be there, yet my perception of them has totally changed. I'm no longer being overwhelmed by the waves that have been coming crashing, but I have such a center to myself that whatever it comes, I'll be all right, because our lives are here to help each other. And that's why this opening up of the great heart puts you in the river stream. So this is the practice we're working on in the Life Force Academy from this new moon until the next new moon. And we do it every month in the Life Force Academy, and there's live classes every week. There's a library of on-demand classes for all different purposes that you will love, I think. There's on-demand practices, we call them power practices, which just means I don't want to do a whole class. I'm just going to, let me do this 15-minute meditation to release the anxiousness off the nervous system, to stimulate immune intelligence and immune vitality, to rest well at night, to wake up energization in the morning, that type of thing. So Life Force Academy membership portal is amazing, and if you've never checked it out, I want to encourage you to do so, and now's a great time to begin. And this month we'll be doing, as a part of the Life Force Academy, once a week we're doing this practice together, and then a new practice in the new moon. Some people use it, a little bit of this every day. Some people it's just one yoga class per week. In any case, I think you'll find it like totally reasonable. Normally it's $25 a month, but right now the special we've been offering for this whole season, which is ending though shortly, is only $16 a month. If you jump in for the annual, if you're feeling, yeah, I will do this for the next 12 months, give this a try, do a yoga class once a week or twice a week. If you're feeling inspired and think this would be helpful in your life, I want to invite you to check that out. And if nothing else, I hope today was inspiring and you feel good and you're feeling happy, at least a little happier, and feeling a little more alive in of ourselves and connected to what our lives are all about, because that's what's important. We don't know what's going to happen ever in our lives. There's so many things that are unpredictable. You never know. And so to have a tool that helps one stay present, connected to what's right in front of us. That's why I'm always like, because we do talk a lot about purpose and finding purpose and staying connected to purpose, but then sometimes the tendency is like we need to go look for it outside of ourselves naturally, because we think that's what is our career. I'm not talking career. If you get the purpose energy going, the career will take care of itself. It's been my experience and so many others. And purpose is something you can't usually define. It can't be like encapsulated in your mission statement or your elevator pitch. You know what I mean? Because purpose, all those things change. We have different seasons of our life. One season of our life we're like career oriented. Another season of our life we're like have new children, or something like that. Or there's the season of the life you're nomadic around the planet, or whatever. That's what's fun about looking at the rhythms through the astrological chart. But what remains the same is purpose, meaningfulness, and the intuitive heart, the heart and the mind. It's not, when we say the heart, it's the mind heart. It's the intuitive heart, the intuitive mind that is kind of like the GPS of that Dharma of life. And that's what we're all about at Life Force Academy, taking care of that GPS, taking care of our bodies, minds, and staying happy. So, love you. Happy eclipse time. Thank you for being here today. I enjoyed it. Thank you to all my friends here and Life Force Academy team. And wherever you are, wishing you a beautiful, beautiful new moon, new cycle. Good job. We did it. Sat Nam. See you soon. It's hard sometimes to get into the great rhythm current of our life, because the mind is going after the pleasure and it wants to avoid the pain. There comes the practice of yoga, is to spend a little time each day getting your energy right inside of you, putting your energy in rhythm, centering your life force, your prana, so that the mind and the heart has nice sensation of the purposefulness of your life. And very naturally from there, let the day happen. There's a pure consciousness, a pure love, a pure intelligence at the nucleus of us all. And then Kundalini energy, the Kundalini process is allowing that energy to blossom into your life. This is about experiencing your innate goodness, your innate brilliance, your innate love, and experiencing the interconnected web of which we're a part of. So yes, it is purifying, but it's purifying the mind. The mind is what is being purified, not you. You are being glorified.